The late 1990s painted the suburbs of Portland, Oregon in shades of grey and green, where Ethan Harper, a reserved 12-year-old with a passion for stargazing, often found solace in the glow of the night sky, his small telescope perched by his bedroom window in their Maple Street home. Yet peace was a stranger in his life. His younger brother Nathan, a brash 10-year-old with a temper mirroring their father Robert's, turned every day into a battlefield. The walls of their two-story house echoing with Nathan's taunts, Ethan's hazel eyes dimming with each cruel word. Their mother Margaret, a woman whose gentle voice hid a fierce bias, doted on Nathan endlessly, her golden child, baking him cookies after school, folding his clothes with care, while Ethan was left to navigate his own struggles, his hazel eyes reflecting a silent hurt he buried deep. Nathan's malice grew bolder with time, his hazel eyes gleaming as he mocked Ethan's glasses. "Hey, Four Eyes, can you even see the stars?" His sneer a sharp jab, Ethan's hazel eyes stinging as Nathan went further, sneaking into his room to tear apart his star charts, the ripped paper fluttering to the floor like broken dreams. Ethan's protests met with Margaret's casual shrug. "Boys will be boys, Ethan. Don't take it so hard." Her indifference a quiet betrayal, Nathan's hazel eyes flashing with glee as he escalated, once smearing peanut butter inside Ethan's school shoes, the sticky mess discovered only when Ethan slipped them on, his hazel eyes welling up as he cleaned them in the bathroom sink, Nathan's laughter ringing through the halls of Portland Middle School. Ethan's too weak to fight back, his voice a rallying cry for other bullies. Ethan's hazel eyes shadowing with every taunt, the worst moment unfolding on a drizzly afternoon. Nathan's hazel eyes alight with mischief as he hid Ethan's telescope lens in the backyard mud, Ethan searching frantically as rain soaked his clothes, Margaret's dismissive chuckle cutting through the air. "Nathan's just teasing. You're too serious, Ethan." Her words a heavy stone, Ethan's hazel eyes brimming as he retrieved the muddy lens, his voice barely a whisper. "Why don't you ever stop him?" His question hanging unanswered, Margaret's blue eyes averting as she turned back to the kitchen, leaving Ethan alone in the rain, his hazel eyes fixed on the cloudy sky, the stars he cherished hidden from view, a quiet determination taking root in his chest, a determination to endure, a determination to rise above the pain Nathan inflicted, a determination that would one day lead him far from this house, far from the brother who despised him, far from a mother who couldn't see his worth, a determination that would shape his future in ways he couldn't yet fathom. Autumn leaves crunched underfoot in the backyard of the Harper family's Portland home, where a teenage Ethan, now 16, and fueled by years of suppressed anger, faced off against his younger brother Nathan, 14, during a tense family gathering. In September 2003, the air sharp with the scent of barbecue smoke and the bite of an early fall chill, Ethan's hazel eyes narrowing as Nathan, emboldened by their cousin's presence, hurled a football straight at Ethan's chest, the impact knocking the wind out of him. Nathan's mocking laugh cutting through the chatter. "Catch that, weakling! Oh wait, you can't." His hazel eyes glinting with malice, the cousins, snickering as Nathan snatched Ethan's sketchbook, filled with detailed drawings of constellations, and tore a page, letting it flutter into the barbecue flames, Ethan's hazel eyes flashing with a rage he could no longer bury, his voice a sharp hiss. "You're done, Nathan. Stop now." The warning ignored as Nathan shoved him again. "Try me, stargazer." His taunt a match to Ethan's fuse. Ethan's hazel eyes blazing as he charged. Years of torment, peanut butter in his shoes, torn star charts, endless taunts, unleashing in a single moment, his body slamming Nathan to the ground, the cousins shouting in shock as Ethan held him down, grass staining their clothes. "I've had enough." His shout raw, Nathan's hazel eyes wide with disbelief, his usual bravado cracking, Margaret's frantic voice piercing the chaos as she ran from the house. "Ethan, let him go, now." Her blue eyes wide with alarm. But Robert, a towering figure with a weathered face, emerged from the garage, his hazel eyes icy. "What's happening here?" His question a demand. Nathan scrambling up, his hazel eyes darting to Margaret. "Ethan, attacked me! He's crazy!" his voice a whine, Robert's hazel eyes narrowing as he turned to Ethan. "Is that true?" His tone sharp. Ethan's hazel eyes steady, his breath heavy. "He destroyed my sketchbook. He's been bullying me for years." His accusation clear, Robert's hazel eyes darkening as he faced Nathan. "I saw you throw that football. This ends today." His voice a low growl, Nathan's hazel eyes flickering with panic, Margaret's protests fading. "But Robert," her words cut off by his glare, Robert's hazel eyes softening as he pulled Ethan aside. "I've failed you, son. I thought he'd change, but he won't." His admission heavy, his voice firm. "You're starting boxing lessons tomorrow at the community center. No more." Ethan's hazel eyes glistening with a quiet relief, a new strength taking hold. Weeks later, at another family event, Nathan's hazel eyes glinting with defiance as he tried to provoke Ethan again, tossing his new star chart into the mud. But Ethan, now trained, reacted swiftly. His hazel eyes focused as he grabbed Nathan's arm, pinning it behind his back with precision. "Touch my stuff again and you'll regret it." His voice a controlled storm. Nathan's hazel eyes wide. With fear, Margaret gasping, "Ethan, don't!" Her plea ignored as Robert stepped in. "Let him learn, Margaret. He brought this on himself." His tone unyielding. Ethan releasing Nathan, his hazel eyes steady as Nathan stumbled back. The balance of power shifting, a new chapter beginning, one where Ethan would no longer be the victim, one where Nathan's reign of torment would crumble, one where the strength Ethan had found would guide him forward, ready for whatever challenges lay ahead. Cherry blossoms drifted through the Seattle air in the spring of 2009, their delicate petals a stark contrast to the vibrant energy of the University of Washington campus, where Ethan, a 22-year-old environmental science student, stood at a sustainability fair booth, his hazel eyes catching the sunlight as he handed out flyers, a newfound freedom pulsing through him after leaving the oppressive weight of his Portland childhood behind. The memories of Nathan's cruelty fading like a bad dream, his hazel eyes bright with hope as he spotted Lily Carter across the fair, her auburn hair a cascade of warmth, her green eyes sparkling with a kindness that felt like home, their connection sparking instantly over shared laughter about composting, Ethan's hazel eyes softening as their relationship blossomed through late-night study sessions and walks along the Puget Sound. Lily's pregnancy in their final year, a whirlwind that led to a quiet wedding under a canopy of blossoms. Ethan's hazel eyes shimmering with love as he whispered his vows, believing he'd found his forever. Their life a fragile bubble of joy, until it burst, the fracture beginning during a 2011 family getaway to a rustic cabin nestled in the Cascade Mountains, Ethan's hazel eyes clouding with unease as he watched Lily and Nathan linger too long by the campfire, their shared glances too intimate, Nathan's hazel eyes glinting with a charm that made Ethan's stomach churn, Lily's green eyes alight as she laughed at Nathan's jokes, Ethan's hazel eyes narrowing as he stood by the cabin window, the crackle of the fire a distant sound, a gnawing suspicion taking root, his hazel eyes sleepless that night as he lay beside Lily, her auburn hair fanned across the pillow, her calm breathing a cruel illusion, the truth unraveling 2 weeks later back in Seattle. Ethan's hazel eyes hollow as he stood in their apartment kitchen, Lily's phone buzzing on the counter while she showered, a message from Nathan lighting up the screen. "Can't stop thinking about the cabin. I need you again." The words a punch to Ethan's gut, his hazel eyes trembling as he swiped through their history. Messages detailing secret, meetups in motels, photos of them laughing at a diner, Nathan's arm around her, Lily's smile a knife in Ethan's heart. Their betrayal a tapestry woven behind his back. Ethan's hazel eyes streaming as he realized their son Caleb, barely 2, might not be his. The thought a suffocating wave, his hazel eyes darkening as he waited for Lily to emerge, her green eyes widening in panic. "Ethan, it's not what you think." Her voice shaking, Ethan's hazel eyes cutting through her. "I've seen everything." "Nathan, really?" His voice a broken whisper. Lily's green eyes spilling tears. "I didn't know how to stop. It just happened. Her admission a jagged shard, her green eyes dropping as she murmured, "I'm not sure about Caleb." The confession shattering, Ethan's world, his hazel eyes glistening with a grief so deep it threatened to drown him. The life he'd built a house of cards, Nathan's betrayal a storm that tore it down, leaving Ethan to pick up the pieces, to face a truth that would redefine his future, to navigate a pain that would either break him or force him to rebuild. The old grandfather clock in the Harper family's Portland living room ticked relentlessly, its steady rhythm a stark contrast to the storm brewing within Ethan as he stood by the fireplace, the crackling flames casting shadows on the walls. His hands clenched so tight his knuckles whitened. The drive from Seattle had been a blur of rage and betrayal after Lily's confession about her affair with Nathan. Ethan's hazel eyes simmering with a fury he'd never known. The family photos on the mantel, a younger Ethan and Nathan smiling together, mocking him with their lie. The front door creaked open. Nathan stepping in with his usual swagger, a smirk playing on his lips. "Heard you wanted to see me. Miss me, bro," his tone dripping with mockery. Ethan's hazel eyes locking onto him like a predator, his voice low and dangerous. "You crossed a line, Nathan. You slept with my wife." The words slicing through the air. Nathan's hazel eyes flickering, with a hint of unease before he scoffed, "She wanted it. Don't blame me for your boring marriage." His retort a spark to Ethan's fire. The room erupting as Ethan lunged forward, grabbing Nathan by the shirt. "You don't get to talk about my marriage." His shout echoing off the walls. Margaret's gasp sharp as she rushed in from the kitchen, her blue eyes wide. "Ethan, stop, please!" Her voice trembling. Robert's heavy boots thundered down the stairs, his presence filling the room. "What the hell is going on?" His deep voice a command. Ethan's hazel eyes burning as he shoved Nathan back. Tell them what you did with Lily." His demand a roar, Nathan's hazel eyes darting between his parents. "He's lying. He's always been jealous." His denial frantic, but Ethan's voice cut through. "I have proof, texts, pictures, everything." His words a hammer, Margaret's blue eyes spilling tears. "Nathan, is this true?" Her voice breaking. Robert's hazel eyes darkening with disgust. "Answer your mother." His tone a blade, Nathan's hazel eyes faltering. It wasn't supposed to happen like that." His stammer a confession, Robert stepping forward, his voice a low growl. "You betrayed your brother. You betrayed this family." His words a verdict, Nathan's hazel eyes glistening with desperation. "Dad, I'm sorry. Mom, please." His plea falling on deaf ears, Margaret's blue eyes turning away. "You've gone too far. I can't look at you." Her voice a whisper of betrayal, Robert's hazel eyes cold. "Get out of my house. Don't come back until you've earned forgiveness." His command final, Nathan's hazel eyes streaming as he backed toward the door, his defiance shattered. "You'll all regret this." His shout hollow as the door slammed shut. Ethan's hazel eyes steady, the fire in the hearth reflecting his resolve. Margaret's sobs a quiet backdrop as Robert placed a hand on Ethan's shoulder. "You didn't deserve this, son." His voice heavy with regret. Ethan's hazel eyes glistening with a mix of pain and vindication. The truth finally out. Nathan's mask torn away. The family forever changed. Ethan standing taller, ready to face what came next, knowing the road ahead would be hard, but also knowing he'd survived the worst, ready to take the first step toward reclaiming his life. A cold rain battered the windows of a Seattle courtroom, the grey light filtering through as Ethan stood at the plaintiff's table, his posture rigid, his hazel eyes fixed on the judge's bench. The divorce hearing a final severing of the life he'd built with Lily, the air heavy with the weight of betrayal, the memory of her affair with Nathan a wound that still bled. Ethan's hazel eyes darkening as the judge reviewed the paternity test results, the sterile document confirming Caleb wasn't his son, but Nathan's, a truth that hollowed Ethan's chest. The toddler he'd rocked to sleep for 2 years now, a stranger. Lily's green eyes brimming with tears across the courtroom, her voice barely audible. "Ethan, I never wanted this." Her apology a faint echo. Ethan's hazel eyes cutting to her. his voice steady but laced with pain. You chose this when you lied to me. The judge's ruling swift. Divorce granted. No alimony due to Lily's infidelity. Ethan's hazel eyes steady as he left the courthouse, the Seattle rain soaking his coat. Each drop a reminder of the life he was leaving behind. The drive back to Portland, a quiet descent into his new reality. Ethan's hazel eyes tracing the blurred highway. Nathan's downfall unfolding in tandem, a bitter mirror to Ethan's loss. Nathan now a shadow of his former self, slouched at a sticky table in a dive bar on Portland's outskirts. His hazel eyes dull as he nursed a cheap beer. His college dreams long abandoned after Robert cut him off. His gas station job barely keeping him afloat. Nathan's hazel eyes flickering with shame as bar patrons whispered about his fall. Kicked out by his family, shunned by friends, his name synonymous with betrayal. Ethan arriving at his parents' Portland home that evening. The warmth of the fireplace a stark contrast to the chill in his bones. Robert sitting him down at the dining table, his hazel eyes heavy with a decision. I've rewritten my will. His voice firm. Everything. The lumber business. The $1.8 million. It's yours. His words a shock. Ethan's hazel eyes widening. Robert continuing. Nathan gets $1. A reminder of what he threw away. The symbolic gesture a final severance. Margaret's blue eyes soft but resolute. You've carried enough, Ethan. This is justice. Her voice a rare comfort. Ethan's hazel eyes glistening with a mix of gratitude and grief. The inheritance a lifeline he hadn't expected. The firelight flickering as he processed the weight of it all. Nathan's betrayal a permanent mark, but also a turning point. Ethan's hazel eyes steadying with a quiet determination. The money a chance to rebuild. A chance to create a life untainted by the past. A chance to heal the wounds Nathan and Lily had left. Ethan standing by the window, the Portland night stretching out before him, a canvas of possibility he was ready to paint. His heart still aching for Caleb, but his spirit unbroken, ready to forge a future on his own terms. The soft hum of a summer breeze rustled the leaves outside a quaint Portland cafe, where Ethan sat by the window with a half-finished cappuccino, the morning light casting a warm glow on the wooden table, his hazel eyes tracing the steam rising from his cup, a rare moment of stillness after the chaos of the past few years. The wounds of Nathan's betrayal, Lily's affair, Caleb's true paternity, now scars he was learning to live with. His new life in Portland a fragile but growing foundation, his hazel eyes lifting as the cafe door swung open. Nathan stepping inside, his once proud posture now hunched, his hazel eyes sunken, his faded jacket hanging loosely on his frame. Ethan's hazel eyes narrowing with a flicker of unease. Nathan's hazel eyes locking onto him with a desperate intensity. Ethan, we need to talk. His voice low, almost pleading. Ethan's hazel eyes steady, his tone calm but firm. What could you possibly have to say? His question, a wall. Nathan pulling out a chair, his hazel eyes glistening with a mix of shame and fear. I'm in deep, Ethan. I can't keep up with Caleb's child support. I'm barely scraping by. His voice cracking. I need you to talk to Mom and Dad. Get them to give me a chance. His words a fragile hope. Ethan's hazel eyes hardening. The memories of Nathan's cruelty flooding back. Torn star charts. The cabin betrayal. The loss of Caleb. His voice quiet but unyielding. You built this mess. Nathan, you don't get to drag me back into it. Nathan's hazel eyes welling up. I know I hurt you. I was the worst brother. But I'm begging you. His plea raw. Ethan's hazel eyes unwavering. You stopped being my brother a long time ago. I owe you nothing. His statement a closed door. Nathan's hazel eyes spilling over as he stood. His voice a broken whisper. I'll find a way to make this right. I swear. The cafe door clicking shut behind him. Ethan's hazel eyes returning to his cappuccino. A weight lifting from his shoulders. The past finally behind him. His new life taking shape. His hazel eyes brightening as he thought of his recent promotion at the environmental firm, a role that let him advocate for sustainability. His hazel eyes softening as he reflected on his weekly therapy sessions. each one helping him untangle the pain of his past, his hazel eyes sparkling with a cautious optimism during a hike with new friends in Forest Park. The scent of pine and the laughter of his group a reminder of the joy he was rediscovering. Dinners with Robert and Margaret now a cherished ritual. Margaret's blue eyes warm. "I'm proud of you. Ethan, you've come so far." Her words a healing balm, Robert's hazel eyes steady. "You're stronger than us all." His voice a quiet pillar. Ethan's hazel eyes gazing at the Portland skyline from the trail. The city lights a promise of new beginnings. Nathan and Lily now distant echoes, their shadows no longer heavy. Ethan ready to embrace the life he was building, one step at a time. A life where he could finally find peace.